It seems as though the Thunder have found their next star in Cason Wallace, as he has been balling out for Daigneault and Sam Presti when he's gotten opportunities to start for the Thunder. And frankly, in my opinion, I think he looks like the best out of the three guys that we've been having in that starting rotation between him, Isaiah Joe, and Aaron Wiggins. From what I've seen, he looks like the guy that fits seamlessly into this starting lineup. Yes, it'd be nice to have him as our backup point guard, but realistically, Alex Caruso has been doing a good job of that. Aaron Wiggins can do that. And when we get Jay Will and Isaiah Hartenstein back and have those two guys coming off the bench, we will have a true second unit that can compete with other team starters as well, coming off the bench with Cason Wallace as a fifth starter. It just brings us more defense. It brings us more intensity, brings us more three-point shooting. Just overall, I think it works out very well. And yes, we would like to have Jada play the 3 instead of the 4. But right now, what we have is cooking and it's working, so we might as well keep it going, all right? We're going to break down why I think he is this final fifth starter, why I think he could be the next big star for the Oklahoma City Thunder as well, looking into the stats, what all he's done for the team in this video. But before we get into all that, though, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, trying to hit it before the end of next week, all right, before this homestand is up. So if you guys enjoy the content, you don't want to miss a single minute of the action here at Thunder Digest, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This is the best way to support the channel. With that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get into talking about Cason Wallace, a guy that a lot of people like on this Thunder squad. I've seen people on Twitter talk about him, showing clips of like, how can you not love Cason Wallace? I saw it at NBA University on Twitter the other day, him showing that clip. Just his hustle, the way he plays the game with such high intensity. He just never gives up, all right? And that's something every team loves to see. I've seen him thrown into trade scenarios as well. Like, oh, we could throw him in this package. Like, other people also, fans of other teams, like, oh, Thunder could trade away so-and-so because of his high potential and get so-and-so in return. I've seen that happen. But now, with how he's been playing, I think he's a key member of this team to come. And it kind of stood out to me when I saw the starting lineup for the Thunder, all right, against the Rockets the other night. This was the starting lineup. It was SGA, Dort, Dub, Chet, and then Cason Wallace filling in that fifth role. Everyone thought surely it's going to be like Alex Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein, or even maybe like Aaron Wiggins in that fifth starter role. Cason Wallace has looked really, really good in this role, all right? And granted, we're 8-1 now, of course, with him being a starter, I think 5 games so far. Alex Caruso hasn't started a single game. I don't think he's going to be a starter, and I don't think he should have been. I think he's better off as like a six-man for us, all right, coming off the bench. He brings more value as a bench player now with his age. Just the fact that he's getting injured more often purely because of how much older he's getting. When he gets more usage and more minutes, then you see injuries start to pile up on him. When he's sitting around 24 to 25 minutes a game like he is right now, you don't really see him getting injuries. But Cason Wallace is a young guy that kind of brings the same thing Alex Caruso does. Hustle plays, great defense, good three-point shooting, although Alex Caruso has been struggling three-point shooting a little bit lately. However, it seems as though he's picking it up now in the month of November. And so it's just one of those things where Cason Wallace is just a younger guy. We might as well give him the minutes there so he can develop mentoring under Alex Caruso. Their game is very similar of how they play. You know, the intensity, the hustle, the athleticism, the shot, the defense, everything, even the passing there, all right? They are very similar, so it's a great little mentorship going on for Cason Wallace in this starting role. He's getting development time. He looks really solid. He's impacting this team at a high level in that role. And I think if he continues to start, continues on this pace, he could average around 10, 11 points a game this year in a starting role, along with like 2 steals a game, and average around 26 to 28 minutes a game as well. He's looking very solid. And look at the stats as well. Right? The stats tell the story as well when you're looking at it. Right here are regular season averages. He started in 4 games so far, played in 9. All right, he's already averaging 4 minutes more than he did last season. Okay, he started 13 games for the Thunder last season, not a whole ton, not a lot. It was just for times when we had someone injured or just resting someone up. But looking at his stats a little bit, his shooting has gone down. All right, I will recognize that. 49% to 41%. All right, or 42 really. I'm just going to round up. Then to 42 from 3 to 25. He has not looked great shooting 3-ball. However, a lot of our guys haven't. Okay. We're not really going to look at free throws as he's not really getting to the line a whole lot. But he's averaging more rebounds per game, around the same assist, but he's averaging almost double the amount of steals. All right, almost double the amount of steals in just 4 minutes difference and getting more games that he's starting in. That's simple, all right? He's looking really solid. When you look at the totals right now, he's taken 24 three-pointers. He's only knocked down 6. I think that's going to increase, no doubt about that, especially when we get our screeners like Isaiah Hartenstein and J. Will back. I think everyone's three-point percentages are going to go up. Just right now, without having screeners to get guys open, it's kind of tough for people to get these wide open three-point attempts, and they're just kind of chunking up shots at the end. But his field goal percentage, I'll still take 42% from him, all right? He's shooting one more field goal attempt per game and knocking down 3 out of 7 attempts. I'll take that. That's okay, all right? That's fine. We can live with it. He's only taken 1 free throw, which is, I want to see him take more, especially as a guard, get to the line more. It's fine, though. And then looking at this, he already has 14 steals, all right? Compared to his 76 last year, he'll surely break that with this increase in minutes per game and only 6 turnovers. Only 6 turnovers right now. He's averaging less than a turnover a game in 25 minutes of play. That's nice to see in 59 points. He's gonna look really solid this year if he keeps progressing at this rate. And he needs to be a starter for this to happen. Now looking at some of the game logs, which I think really tells the story a little bit, all right? Looking at it, October was a horrible shooting month for everyone, all right? This was one of these outliers where everyone's shooting bad. Alex Caruso shot 13% from 3 in October. A lot of people just weren't shooting the ball. Then our offense finally started to get going in November a little bit, all right? And we're just going to look at some of the game logs here, all right? October, first game of the year. He didn't get the start, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he was off the bench, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, all right? He might have gotten the start there. But he went 2 of 7, all right, 4 points. But the next game, I know he started against Chicago. He went 4 of 11, 36% from the field. He did knock down a three-pointer. However, everywhere else, he looked solid. 6 boards, 2 assists, along with 3 steals. And that's really nice right there. Atlanta, he didn't start, but I know against San Antonio, he did start. 44%, 4 of 9 from the field. He knocked down a 3 as well. 2 assists, a block, and 2 steals right there, and only 1 turnover. Looking really nice. Portland, I can't remember, but I do know he started against Houston. We'll look at that one right there. 2 of 4 from the field with 4 points. Yes, that is a little bit low, but he did have 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 steal, and no turnovers. His plus-minus, I believe, was +5. He looked really solid. He's just doing everything right. It's the hustle plays. The hustle stats are showing up there. When you look at what he's done in the month of November so far, 33% from 3, 49% from the field, and we have a long homestand going up, so you can expect those numbers to increase a little bit as well. Rebounds per game, 3 assists, 1.5, and he's averaging almost a block and steal per game as well in the month of November. We saw in the month of October, 2.5 steals per game. We love to see that right there. He's just been balling out. He truly has, all right? I think the offense production is going to increase once we get guys like J. Will and Hartenstein back, so we can set a lot of, on and off ball screens to get shooters open, which we know Cason Wallace is one of our shooters. All of our shooters are starting to kick in a high gear now. Our three-point shots are starting to fall more. We saw it last game. Okay, in general, offense is looking really solid. When we have J. Will and Hartenstein back in potentially 2 to 3 weeks, I would expect Cason Wallace's offensive production, along with guys like Alex Caruso and J-Dub, to increase dramatically. I truly believe that. And I think with that pairing, with Cason Wallace, and you pair him with a guy like J. Will or Hartenstein, you have found your next superstar in Cason Wallace. You have found your next top-tier 3-and-D player. If he keeps developing at this pace, you're going to have a monster defense and monster team for years to come here in Loud City. No doubt about that in my mind. But from what I have seen, Cason Wallace is for sure the next star in OKC. That's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys personally think about Cason Wallace's play so far at the start of the season. I know he's had some rough games, but when he has started, he has looked really good in my eyes. Let me know your personal opinions about it. I'll see you guys in the next video.